A high-level overview of what we're proposing to do. Lynhurst Park Drive was built in the 60s, and there is an existing water main, sanitary, and storm sewer.
There we go.
Okay, you got more than I have.
There's an existing storm sewer, water main, and sanitary sewer that goes through the entire subdivision and services all the properties within it. In 1989, the sanitary sewers were installed. Originally, when this property was built, these lots were developed, they were on septic systems, and there was a funding program in the late 80s that replaced it and installed sanitary sewers. So we're not doing any sanitary sewer work under this project. Our scope of our work is to reconstruct the roadway. So we're going to propose that we put new asphalt in, new granulars, install curb and gutter throughout the entire subdivision, rollover curb, not a barrier curb. Reconstruct the water main that was is aged and was at the end of its life cycle. So we'll be installing a new 150 millimeter diameter PVC water main throughout the development and providing new water services to everybody's property line. Reconstruct the storm sewers, which are also at the end of their life. They're going to essentially be in the same location as the existing storm sewers. There's two outlets, one on an empty piece of land right when you come out off Wellington Road as Lynhurst Park Drive went straight through. There's an outlet for the storm sewer there, and then there's one further in the development on an empty piece of land that outlets into the ravine. So the storm sewers are going to be the same. We are going to provide new storm sewer stubs to everybody's property at a location that we'll meet with each landowner or provide a stake. So if you know where it is or you want it in a different location, we'd like to get that information from you. We're also going to, right now, currently there's no curbs, no gutter. We're going to put rollover curbs and gutters and provide new asphalt paving and regrade and try to eliminate as many ditches and laneway culverts as possible. Regrade the properties essentially to the property line, repave the driveways and sod and seed and new curb and gutter and new asphalt. That's essentially the scope of the works. Peter, how do you want to do this? Should we keep going through the whole thing, or do you want to open that portion of the questions?
Maybe we can open that part to questions.
Sure. It's very difficult to do. We can scroll through the plans. You can see our, maybe we want to start at Wellington. Are you on? Is it sure?
We can quickly just run through the plans.
So there you see right now, you're looking at Wellington Road. You're looking at Lynhurst Park Drive. You'll see a shaded bold line on the edge, and you'll see a hatch in the middle. That is the limits of the asphalt paving, and you'll see the darker lines of the limit of the curb and gutters, and you'll see various colors. The blue denotes water. What's that?
The green denotes the storm. So you can see the stubs go to the properties. Those are just a location that we've picked. We can always move them.
So each household will have a connection to the storm sewers on the road. And then
the red lines indicate the existing sanitary sewer, which will be left in place.
So as you can see, we can pan through it. So as you come along, basically, it shows each house, each property as we go along, shows the water main location, the storm sewers, where we're proposing catch basins, where the edge of the curbs are, and where everybody's driveway and house is, obviously. And
another thing to note is a lot of you individuals have laneway culverts, and they will be removed. In lieu of, there'll be new grading in the boulevard and some catch basins installed. There'll be no longer pipes under people's driveways.
So if you go through, you'll see that it's a complete road reconstruction project with various catch basins out at points. Sorry.
Is there any chance you can make that full screen?
It's really hard to read.
Try zooming in. Try zooming in more there, John.
Yeah, we'll zoom in. So there's a typical.
So this is the location of the one park, which is the storm outlet. at the end, at the far west end of the subdivision.
It's almost at the bulb at the far end. So if you look at a typical lot, let's just pan over to the other way and just pull down a little bit. So let's look at, you'll see a number that says municipal number 10249. So just to give you an example, you'll see that the blue line is a water main. That's on the bottom of your page. So there'll be a new water main installed that runs a little bit off the old one. You'll see a note that says approximate location of existing water main. So we're going to install a new water main and reconnect everybody's services, bring new services to the property line. We're also going to see, you're going to see the darker, the sort of the shaded line on both sides. You can see where the cursor is. That's the limits of the roadway. And the roadway will be obviously paved in between. And then you'll see the green line in the middle, which is the storm sewer. So the existing storm sewer, you'll see a word that says existing 79.7. That's the existing storm sewer. The new storm sewer will go in pretty much the same location as the existing. And then we'll provide, you'll see green lines, we'll provide stubs to each property line. And those locations will be determined closer to construction. Obviously, if people have connections to the storm sewer now, we want to know about them and we want to be able to reconnect them because we don't want anybody to be unconnected to the storm sewer. So that's sort of just a typical section of what we're doing on each one. And then we carry that out through the entire development to provide a product that looks the same through everything. So everybody will get a new storm sewer connection, new water service to their property line, and the road will be reconstructed along the frontage of their property with curb and gutter. And it'll be rollover and curb and gutter. It won't be barrier curb and gutter. That's not the kind that comes up 90 degrees and turns. This will be a rollover curb.
I believe similar to Shady Lane.
And we'll reconstruct people's driveways to the property line.